In this video, we'll walk you through a step-by-step guide on how to change the oil on a Lincoln Navigator with the 3.5-liter EcoBoost engine. By the end of the video, I'll also go over all the tools and parts you'll need for the job, and you'll find links to everything down in the description below. Alright, let's get started. The Lincoln Navigator already sits fairly high off the ground, but for easier access underneath, you can drive the wheels up onto a set of stacked 2x4s. Here, the beams are screwed together to keep them stable and prevent any movement. Alternatively, you can use a hydraulic jack along with jack stands to safely raise the vehicle and get better access to the oil sump. Before working underneath the vehicle, I also disable the power running boards. This prevents any unexpected movement while you're under the car and makes the job a little safer. Now that we have safe access underneath, we'll need to remove the underbody panels that cover the oil sump and the oil filter. On this particular vehicle, the rear underbody cover is missing, but if yours is still installed, it's held in place by 4 bolts, one at each corner. Remove those 4 bolts, then set the panel aside. Next, move on to the front underbody cover. This panel needs to come off to access the oil filter. Using a 13 and a 10 mm socket, remove the 4 bolts securing the panel. Once the bolts are out, slide the cover forward and set it aside somewhere safe. Next, pop the hood by pulling the hood release latch located in the driver's footwell and open the hood. Locate the oil filler cap on top of the engine and remove it. This way we are sure we won't have any trouble refilling after we drained the old oil. Now it's time to drain the old oil. Locate the oil drain plug on the passenger side of the oil sump. Start by placing some cardboard on the ground under the front of the vehicle to catch any accidental spills. Then, position your oil catch pan directly underneath the drain plug, and loosen the drain plug with a 15 mm socket. It's best to drain the oil while the engine is still warm from driving, since warm oil is thinner and will drain faster and more completely. Once it's loose, switch to using your hand and keep slight pressure on the plug as you finish unthreading it. This helps prevent oil from leaking all over your arm. When the plug is fully loosened, remove it quickly and allow the oil to drain straight into the catch pan. Let the oil drain for several minutes until the flow slows down to a steady drip. Some model years use a plastic drain plug instead of a metal one. These can be loosened by turning them counterclockwise using a pair of pliers. Once the oil has finished draining, clean and inspect the drain plug. If the integrated seal is damaged, it's best to replace the plug with a new one. Clean the sealing surface on the oil pan, then reinstall the drain plug and torque it to 20 foot-pounds or 27 Newton-meters. After that, wipe down any remaining oil on the sump or sway bar using some brake cleaner. If your vehicle uses a plastic drain plug, always replace it with a new one since these are considered single-use. Thread the plug clockwise until the yellow locking tab locks into place. Next, we'll move on to the oil filter, which is located at the front of the engine. Using an oil filter wrench, loosen the filter by turning it counterclockwise. If it's not too tight, you may be able to remove it by hand. Below the oil filter, there's a small plastic gutter designed to catch oil as the filter is removed. This gutter has 2 drain holes, one at the front and one at the rear. If the vehicle is sitting level, oil will usually drain out of the rear drain hole, so position your catch pan underneath these drains. Once the filter is removed, allow the remaining oil to drain into the pan. Then use a clean rag to wipe down the filter mounting surface on the engine. Make sure the rubber gasket from the old filter did not stick to the engine block. Installing a new filter on top of an old gasket will cause a serious oil leak once the engine is started. Before installing the new oil filter, apply a small amount of clean oil to the rubber gasket. This helps ensure a proper seal and makes removal easier during the next oil change. Thread the new filter on by hand until it touches the mounting surface. Then tighten it an additional half turn, or about 180 degrees. Do not over-tighten the filter. Hand tight plus half a turn is all that's needed. Give the area a quick spray with brake cleaner and wipe it down. This will make it easier to spot any leaks once the engine is running. Leave the underbody panels off for now so we can inspect everything after startup. Now head back to the engine bay. Insert a funnel into the oil filler opening and add 6 quarts or 5.7 liters of 5W30 motor oil. Take your time and avoid overfilling. You can always add more oil later, but removing excess oil means draining it all over again. Once the oil is added, reinstall the oil filler cap. Next, pull out the dipstick, wipe it clean, and fully reinsert it. Pull it out again and check the oil level. The oil should fall between the two marks or holes on the dipstick. If the level looks good, you're ready to start the engine. As an extra precaution, you can prime the engine using what's called clear flood mode. This allows the engine to crank without starting, helping circulate oil and fill the new filter before the engine fires up. To do this, press and hold the brake pedal, then fully press and hold the accelerator pedal. While holding both pedals, press the start button. The engine will crank for a few seconds without starting. Release the accelerator and the engine should start normally. Let the engine run for about a minute, then shut it off. Recheck the oil level and take a moment to inspect underneath the vehicle for any leaks. If everything looks good, reinstall the underbody panels. At this point, the oil change itself is complete. The final step is resetting the service interval indicator. To reset the indicator, start by turning on accessory mode by pressing the start button without pressing the brake pedal. Using the controls on the right side of the steering wheel, press the settings button and scroll down to advanced settings. Press OK to confirm. Press OK again to enter vehicle settings. Then scroll down to oil life reset. Press OK to select it. Then press and hold the OK button until the oil life resets to 100%. That's it. The service reminder is now cleared. Before wrapping up, let's quickly go over the tools and parts for this job. You'll need an oil catch pan, a set of 2x4s or a hydraulic jack, and jack stands. A ratchet with a 15mm, a 13mm, and a 10mm socket. A torque wrench. 6 quarts or 5.7 liters of 5W30 motor oil. A new oil filter, a funnel, an oil filter removal tool, a spare drain plug, and finally, some brake cleaner. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more car maintenance videos. Thanks for watching.